Well, hello, and welcome to another day, another week of the Pantry Party show. Woohoo! All right, and today is actually a special episode of the Pantry Party. And you know it's special because I'm not starting in my office. I'm starting in the kitchen today because today's Pantry Party episode is sponsored by Rocket Apples, and their handle is at Rocket Apple USA. And I gotta tell you, I am so obsessed with these little guys. Okay, so this is a Rocket Apple. Look at this guy. It's the world's first mini snackable apple. Look at this. It's the cutest thing ever. And not only is it cute, when you bite into it, I mean, they're crisp, they're super sweet, it's amazing. And then, not to mention all of that, look at this. On their package, can you see that? It comes in an eco-friendly, environmentally friendly package. So this is 100% recyclable material. I mean, give me a break. So not only are you feeling like you're giving yourself good nourishment in the perfect snack size, it also comes in packaging you can feel good about. So here's the deal. You know, if you follow along, that I love produce and protein snacks. That is my definite combination because the produce gets you full, protein can help keep you full, so that mix together is what I consider the perfect snack. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a Rocket Apple and pair it with a handful of nuts, or I'll take a Rocket Apple and pair it with a cheese stick, or I'll take a Rocket Apple and pair it with some nut butter. Those are very quick and easy grab and go snacks, and again, seriously obsessed with the most perfect size of this Rocket Apple. And so I don't want you to forget that I'm doing a giveaway with Rocket Apples that ends actually today, which is Monday, April 6th at 6 p.m. Central Time. The giveaway is this shuttle. This is called a Rocket Apple Shuttle. Get it? It's like a rocket. This is a shuttle. And it's packed with all of these perfect snack size Rocket Apples. So you'll win, if you enter, your chance to win a giveaway of a whole shuttle of these baby Rocket Apples, I love them, and a copy of the Flexitarian Diet. So that's exciting. And so don't forget, in my stories, there's a whole thing that you can click, and then it tells you about the giveaway. So then you'll know how you can enter to get your very own shuttle of Rocket Apples and a copy of my book, The Flexitarian Diet. Thanks for the yays. I love that they have a yays with a little apple. All right, so that's why we started today in the kitchen instead of my office, because I really wanted to make sure that I was going to introduce you to our sponsor today, Rocket Apples. Their handle, if you want to check them out and see all the cuteness that is the first mini snack size apple, it's at Rocket Apple USA. And so again, don't forget, there's a giveaway that ends today, so check that out on my stories. So can I take you along now to the Pantry Party in our usual spot, which is in my office. So I'm gonna come grab you, and then we're gonna meet our guest today, who is a Gail Pale friend that I met on the set filming a reality TV show. Hello, it's at Jen Cassetta, and it's at Jenn, and then it's Cassetta. So it's lots of duplicate letters. That's how I remember her handle. So I'm going to go to the office, we're going to meet her, and then we're going to have the Pantry Party show as usual. But again, today we want to thank our sponsors, Rocket Apples. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the usual spot. You're coming along. You're seeing the hallways and all that with me now. All right, here we go. Here, this me looks more familiar now. Oh, I didn't turn on my good vibes sign. And actually, do you see, because of the mini apples and all the good vibes, I have my good vibes shirt on too. So, all right, let's turn on the good vibes sign and let's officially start this Pantry Party with my dear friend and someone I very much respect. And this is Jen Cassetta. Let's in. Oh, girl. I mean, since the reality show, we do keep in touch. Because she is just amazing. Oh, hey, how are you?
This is so exciting. This is my first IG live, like not live together. I only did one myself, but like with another person. And of
I
course,
love it.
my favorite.
Well, you know what?
Ever.
Babe. Thank you. Here's what is really the truth. This is always an excuse to be able to meet and talk to boss babes, right? And figure out like what's what. You in particular, I will say, have, you know, a special place in my heart that, I mean, how many times do you meet a very good friend and connect in such a fast way on a reality show?
I think it's pretty much a once in a lifetime thing.
Right, it's a once in a lifetime thing. And so I put in the copy of like when I posted like who's coming on today. I was like, you know, what do I say about her? And I'm like, here's what it is. Black belt she warrior. Like, how else would you describe yourself, you know? Oh, let me see your shirt. Let me see it. Oh, it's awesome. I love that logo.
It's been my uniform during quarantine, literally, because I just need reminders. Like, I wear reminders that, like, I am a warrior. I'm going to get through this time. I'm going to help others get through this time. Like, this is unprecedented shit, you know? Like,
yes, it totally is. You know what I love about you, though, and this is, I mean, it's in your bio, too, is, I mean, you can't talk without being motivational. Like, that's just, it just, you open your mouth, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, motivation. I mean, so that's what you're really up to. Like, introduce us all to who is the at Jen Cassetta.
oh my gosh. I wonder if anyone out there actually saw our show.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If they didn't, they really missed something special. It's true.
They missed a disaster of a time that I had and a wonderful time that you had. But I just want to tell everybody out there that Dawn made my experience on that show like 1,000 million gajillion times better, because it was close to disaster for me. And I literally had moments where I was like, oh my God, my career is over. Like, this is turning into a nightmare. And Dawn would come to my room in the morning and she'd do a little dance and sing a little song. Like, literally, the Dawn you see on IG Live is Dawn. What you see is what you get. Fun, upbeat. You're motivational.
Thank you. Well, thank you for saying that. But you, I mean, I agree. We both carried each other through. I mean, that show, I mean, I respect people on reality shows now because legit, it's intense. It's not intense just because you're on TV, but it's intense because there's so much behind the scenes drama that I mean, people think it's drama when you're watching it. There's like even more drama behind the scenes. So yeah, it was definitely a wonderful serendipitous thing that we were put as next door neighbors and able to, like, you know, be on that show together. Mm-hmm. So I mean, bottom line though is you speak all over the country, and now you're doing a lot of virtual stuff, right? On, I mean, all sorts of topics. Or what's your main, like, favorite thing that you love to talk about?
My favorite topic is, and I almost hate using this word because it's so overused now, but it's women's empowerment. And really what that means to me is empowering women with the tools to feel strong, to feel safe, to feel confident, to feel powerful. I feel like through, you know, society or the way we're raised or shitty things that have happened in our life over the years, our confidence and our power gets chipped away at little by little by little. And I think it's more than possible to take that power back, no matter when and where and whenever you need it. You just need the tools. So that's what I'm trying to share, and that's what I've been moving forward with these last few years.
I love that. And you, I mean, I feel like you sort of downplay this, but you have a background that is the most incredible, special, important thing to be talking about, like confidence and building women up and learning the tools. You're a black belt. I mean, that's sort of like, you know, like, what do they call that? Like, not leading with the big aha thing. It's like, I mean, how long have you been a black belt, and what was that all about? Like, how are you a black belt?
Okay, so first of all, I'm a 3rd degree black belt.
It's so, like, intimidating and crazy to me. Like, I don't even know. It's just 3rd degree black belt sounds even crazier than black belt. Yeah. Tell me, how did you get into all of that? And, like, yeah, just give me some background on that.
Well, in 2000, so I know I'm sounding ancient right now, I was like 2 years out of college and just bored of going to the gym. And And honestly, I have to like thank my dad because my dad was a martial artist. He started in his 50s, and he would always say like, "This is something you'd be great at," and I would be like, "Oh my God, that's so corny. No way, never." And then one day I was on the subway in New York, and I was like, "You know what? I kind of want to try it." And literally found the perfect school. It was serendipitous, and next thing you know, I was addicted. So, a long story short, it was a 10-year period of my life that I was like almost I would say addicted to in a good way. You know, you could have like good addictions.
True, girl. Preach, as they say. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. So you saw your dad start at karate. You call it karate, yes?
No, karate is one form of martial arts is like the umbrella.
Oh,
And
it's
then like
martial arts.
each country has different forms depending where it originated. So my martial art was Hapkido, which is a Korean style.
Oh, Hapkido. I've heard of Hapkido. Maybe
Really?
because of you.
Probably.
Okay, so third degree black belt over the course of 10 years,
Yeah.
showing up. I mean, when I hear about martial arts, okay, so when I hear that, I think about discipline and I think about tough. And do you think a lot of the tools motivationally that you use come from that sort of like discipline and toughness?
1000%. Like it changed my life. It changed the way I taught, the way I spoke, the way I lead. I changed my life. It developed like who I am, I think, over the course of time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's intimidating. I mean, I'm going to be as honest as I can, right? Because I'm like, what is my spirit animal? A unicorn and like flowers and like glitter, more glitter. So like when I hear about like third degree black belt in martial arts, like I am like, could I really use those tools, right? It's like, and your point is everybody can use those tools.
Everybody, any gender, every gender, can use even just the basics. So, obviously there's the physical side, the learning how to defend yourself, right? I think that's super important, like I said, for everybody, because unfortunately we don't live in a world of unicorns and glitter all the time.
Right? What? Don't tell me that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. The minute I see like, oh, real stuff, I'm like, okay, I feel the feeling. Here's what I have gotten better at this, Jen.
Okay.
You prefer Jennifer, but your handle's at Jen.
Jen is fine, yeah.
Okay, fine. So here's what happens is I have a real feeling. I'll feel it. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm panicked. I'm worried. I'm scared, whatever. And I notice it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling that. And then I'm like, do I want to keep feeling it or would I like to choose the next best feeling that I have, And so I used to feel a lot more like fake, like everything had to be sunshine. And like now, I cry, I have sadness, I'm scared, all those things. And then I just double check with myself if I want to keep feeling that way. And if I don't, then I'll just try and find another, and again, not like fake, but like the next best feeling,
I think that's super powerful. And those are different tools that I teach. Like, how long do you want to feel bad and scared and stressed and anxious? There are other options, and I think we don't talk about that enough. I think, I don't know, especially now, and this is I don't even know how to articulate this well. And this is probably the first time I'm saying it out loud, but.
You heard it here on the Pantry Party show first, folks.
I know. Well, there's this whole, like, on social media, it's like, embrace your anxiety and your depression and all these things. And it's, yes, like we should be talking about mental health more. And at the same time, we should be talking about how we can give tools, so we don't have to just feel anxious, just feel stressed and soak it in and sit there for too long. Like, I think it's really powerful to have ways to bounce out of it.
Yeah, I love that. And so I think the biggest thing though is like in knowing you, you are as she warrior as you are, third degree black belt in martial arts, all this. You are just so compassionate and tender and loving and girly. And like, so I feel like it also just who you are being in this world makes it like, oh, you can be tough and loving. You can be confident and sweet. Like it just, to me, you embody these two worlds where most of the time you don't get to see them together.
You can wear pink lipstick and heels and kick ass.
See, that's now you're speaking my language.
Exactly. This literally is a chapter in my book coming up. You're writing my chapter as you were speaking just now.
I love that. Duality. I think duality is huge. Like, I can be afraid and also find joy in the moment. I can want to do better, but still be grateful for what I have. Like, that, it is confusing, right? It is confusing. And it's like, oh, until you really get like duality exists and can be a thing. I love that. So is this also an announcement? This book of yours is this an announcement that we need to, because I caught it, believe me, when you were like, my book, I was like, tell me more.
The only thing to tell is I'm writing it. So there's, that's the one good thing out of my quarantine life right now, is I'm actually like scheduling in my writing time, because otherwise jumping on a plane and going here to there, like, it just wasn't happening. So right now I feel like I'm focused, like I'm more focused anyway.
I love that. And you live in California.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have also the benefit of some sunshine.
Not today, and it's really all week here, which is so rare.
Oh, that's very interesting, because like today there's a little sun here in Chicago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because I tell you I need a second residence at some point, and it's going to be near you. So get prepared, get ready.
Make it happen.
I'm excited about your book. I feel like I would like you have like a glimmer of it. Is it going to be called She Warrior, or you don't know yet?
Well, I think it's going to be called whatever the publisher is going to want it to be called. So, I'm not going to like attach to any one thing. But it's basically the keynote that I've been working on and giving all around the country, which is this idea of, if you had to sum it up, I would sum it up in that cliche term, women's empowerment, and walking people through, like a martial artist, from white belt to black belt, where they're learning, again, these tools, how to embrace those sucky times in life and bounce out of it, how to build your power, how to take your power back, how to set boundaries, how to communicate powerfully when you really need to, and then like taking a stand for other women and communities in your life, because that's where the black belt level comes in. It's like not just about me and myself, and like, it's like, okay, take your badassery out into the world. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to contribute? We need you.
I could listen to you all day. I was like, I noticed for 1 second that I was like, my jaw was like, and I was like, just like mesmerized. It's exactly right. And if I can just say again, there is no one in the world that is positioned to talk about this as beautifully as you are, because not only do you walk the talk, like, with your 3rd degree black belt in martial arts, but I know you've been through tricky times in your own life. And so it's like, it's not just like you said that I was born in a garden of rainbows, and like, it's like, bottom line is you have walked the talk, you walk the walk, and you have the background that I don't know anybody who has that background saying the things you're saying. So anyway, thank you for what you're doing in the world. I'm excited to get your book. So put your hustle pants on and get that thing going, girl.
I know. I have more discipline.
Oh gosh, let's you, the 3rd degree black belt. All right, so you are on the Pantry Party.
Yes.
Show. So we need to do 2 things. Okay. Not should. You notice I didn't say we should do, because you never use the word should. Shouldy life, never use the word should. But need to, want to do. Pick a target ingredient in your house. Something that's going bad, something that you love, something that you have had and you don't know what to do with. Some target ingredient, and then we're going to brainstorm, you and I, some meal storming ideas of what to do with it, so that when I post this on YouTube, basically what it'll say is it'll say, key ingredient, here's a meal idea we came up with.
Okay.
Done.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I want to like really be honest with you all and show you my kitchen. And I am a nutritionist as well. And here's the thing. I don't post food videos. I don't do, beautiful food pictures. And I'm going to show you why. Because I have a galley kitchen and it's terrible for that.
Bring us in there, girl.
So,
Bring us in there. And the rule on Pantry Party is no judgment. So if anybody watches or either you or me have any judgment, out of here. So you gotta
Okay.
get out, I gotta get out. Anybody watching's gotta get out. No judgment. Oh, look,
So
there's
look,
a kitty.
there's my kitty eating, but this is my kitchen, you guys. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big steps. Like, that's it. And this is
Yep.
my pantry. So I'm just gonna show you the top because the bottom, first of all,
Perfect.
I need help in organization because it's so messy. Look at this.
It's tricky. You know what? Coming on the Pantry Party show, I came on the show myself, and a gal pal at Drizzle Kitchen helped me with my pantry.
Oh, really?
And I timed it. I spent 20 minutes. I pulled things out and I reorganized stuff on my shelf. And I felt so much better. And it's not like it was like, it's not totally organized and perfect, but
Right.
even just like a 20 minutes of putting all of the pastas together.
Right.
Anything that was, this is what I did. Anything that was a drink thing, top shelf. Anything that
Okay.
was like a crackery, oatmeal-y
Yeah.
thing was on the next shelf. The next shelf was
Okay.
like anything pasta and beans, you know, and
Mhm.
so literally just having it on the same shelf sort of changed my life. But
Okay.
I love it. I think it's a good reminder. My place isn't big either. My kitchen isn't big. And I think it's a good reminder, no matter what the size your kitchen is, you can still eat well. So it's, you know, an
Oh, yeah.
excuse of, you know, that I hear. It's like, oh, but I don't, my kitchen, oh. It's
No,
like,
no.
doesn't matter.
I've been cooking up a storm, believe me. Yeah. So, and I don't know what other ingredients you've already used, so I don't want to I don't want to duplicate.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't matter. Do you have like one ingredient in mind that will be like a highlight our star?
what about garbanzo beans?
Oh, I think those are good. We did do garbanzo beans in an
You did?
episode already. However, that
Cannellini?
doesn't mean that we can't do it again, because here's what we came up with the garbanzo beans. The garbanzo beans became a garbanzo bean salad, like tuna salad, chicken salad,
Okay.
egg salad. We did those as that. I riffed on some other ideas with garbanzo beans,
Okay.
but that was what landed on it. What
Good,
about,
because I have some ideas.
do you have a ton of garbanzo beans, or why is that your target ingredient?
Because here's why. Because my husband hates beans, right? But I
can't hear it. I can't
know.
hear it.
But I think we can come up with creative ways where he won't know that they're really in there. Because, so for example, the cannellini beans that was next to this, cannellini beans he'll eat in like this pasta fagioli soup, right? The
Yep.
Italian soup
Yep.
that I love to make. And
Well, because you happen to be Italian.
I just happen to be. So,
Right. So of course you make amazing Italian soups.
yes, all kinds of clean Italian food. Like I'm not that, you know, I'm not making like baked ziti every day. And all that
Not
kind of
only are you a nutritionist, but you also live in California. So believe me, I would expect nothing less than like the
Right.
best.
Right.
Okay, so you've got, so I like this. So the target ingredient, although we've done it before, is this is a different situation because you have a husband,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Got
a
one.
husband who we need to like encourage him to eat more beans. Okay.
Yeah,
so
because
I like
I'm not making meat. So, and here's the other background is I'm a pescatarian. He's a carnivore, right? So he'll eat all that stuff, but I don't cook meat. So now that we're in quarantine, well, when we were back in normal life, you know, we would go to a restaurant 3 times a week, and that's where he would eat his meat and all that stuff. But now, like, I don't really want to go to the market all the time, so I'm limiting myself to going to the fish market once per week
That's
to get
great.
my fresh fish, and I'll cook that. But otherwise, I'm making vegetarian meals. So again, I want to incorporate plant-based protein that he'll also eat and disguise the beans somehow.
Okay, here's what I want to just ask real quick. I forgot that you're very pescatarian. You were even on the reality show when we were there, pescatarian.
Yes.
Do you have, other than going to a fish market for fresh fish, do you have any other ways that you do fish? Like, do you have fish in your freezer? Do you like canned tuna, canned salmon, or like as a pescatarian, what's your favorite way to do fish other than, of course, going to get it fresh at the market?
I'm sorry to say this, but you want me to be honest, right?
Of course, yeah.
Canned fish reminds me of eating cat food, so I won't do it.
Okay, good.
And frozen, you know, I'll have a bag of maybe frozen wild shrimp in there, but it's hard to find. It's mostly farm raised, and I don't do farm raised.
Of any fish. You do wild of all fish.
All. So
Okay.
it's, again, hard to find. And I've had some just bad experience when something just tastes too fishy or off. And it's usually when I've gotten stuff frozen. So I really do my best. Santa Monica Seafood is right up the road. It's a bicycle away. And it's like they supply all the restaurants in LA pretty much with fresh seafood. So I trust them. I know them. I go, you know, I know it's fresh.
Love that. You know it's fresh. Now, does it, when you're at the market, do you care that it's wild too, or just
Yeah.
because you know those? Okay, wild even at the market. Okay, so
Halibut if I can
pescatarian. Oh, what'd you say?
Halibut if I can find it.
Oh, halibut. You're a halibut girl? I like halibut. It is a good meaty fish. All right, so wild fish, pescatarian, fresh from the Santa Monica fishery or whatever,
Yeah.
a fish market. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm not
I
too
need to move
specific or
there.
anything.
God, I love it. It's I want to move there for this whole lifestyle, like a bicycle ride away. I'm like, oh, I love that. So that's good. But a pescatarian who's eating fish that way, like you said, then fills in the gaps with plant-based foods. So that's
Totally.
basically beans, lentils, nuts, seeds. Boom.
Exactly.
So have
Eggs.
you already?
I eat a lot of eggs.
Oh, and eggs. Good. Well, I'm a big egg fan myself. So here is the deal. Have you already done, and I'd like to make it savory, because every time anybody asks me about garbanzo beans, I'm always like, will you please make chickpea cookie dough? I love that stuff. Okay, so I would force you to make chickpea cookie dough, but let's really come up with a real meal. Have you already done, and here are the two, actually there's 3 words that I think make everybody eat beans, even if they're not bean lovers, okay? Here are the 3 words. Fritter,
Yes.
meatball,
Mmm.
and then when I say meat, it's like meatball, like that. Okay, fritter, meatball, and falafel,
Uh-huh.
which is
Yep.
kind of like a meatball. But
Sure.
have you done all of those, and what's your husband's take on any of that?
I've never made falafels, but he'll eat them. I've never made a chickpea meatball but I bet he would. And the chickpea fritters I've done so many years ago, I can't remember, but that's what I had in mind.
Chickpea fritter?
Some kind of frittery, burgery kind of thing. Yeah. Patty.
Because I mean, that's really it. And what I like about this is whether it's somebody has garbanzo beans in their pantry, or black or pinto, or even like lentils, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's like blending it up into the proper shape, which and calling it the proper name, something fun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like is the way. So when you're like, oh, I'm going to eat a pile of beans on my plate, it's like, oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. If you're going to do it, I like it how I learned in Europe is where they do like a pan fry in some olive oil and spices. And so like they become hot, delicious beans, right?
Yeah.
But otherwise,
crispy on the outside.
Exactly. Can you just please put it in a meatball shape, put it in a falafel shape, or make it like a fritter, or like you, to your point, it's also a burger. So I guess there's 4 key areas where you need to use those words when you're talking about beans.
Yeah.
And so basically, how do you make yours? Like I just do either an egg binder or a flaxseed binder, blended up beans, and then some kind of vegetable. So it could be shredded zucchini, it could be garlicky kale, it could be carrots. I mean, I've done beet burgers like that. What about you?
Well, like I said, it's been a while. I think I did it with quinoa and egg for sure. Egg is the binder. And then, yeah, whatever little greens, green onions, scallions. I don't know what,
I like it. Well,
I do have mushrooms too. I have shiitake mushrooms. Would that go?
Here's what I want to tell you. I wish I was more of a mushroom lover. I'm just saying. So here's what I want to say. Let's we need California vibes. So like, what about like a chili lime burger where it's like chili powder, lime, and then you're serving it with like avocado and all California style stuff, right? All I know is like California is just put an avocado on it.
Exactly. Yep.
And you've got it.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, people eat avocados for breakfast.
I know, of course they do. Here's the other thing. So I say we either skew the burger where we go like chili lime and try and make it Cali style, or what about skewing it more like Asian style? So like a ginger sesame type burger with that kind of angle. What do you think?
I'm leaning towards the first.
Of course you are.
Yeah, Asian food and chickpeas, to me in my head, I can't.
You can't do it.
I can't do it.
Interesting. It's interesting. So I like that you were going like chili lime version.
Yeah, or some kind of Mediterranean flavor. Yes. Either California or Mediterranean.
Okay, Mediterranean. So what would you say? What would be a Mediterranean flavor to you? Is like doing oregano and do you do any dairy or no dairy?
I do.
Oh, because I'm a big fan of tzatziki sauce. Like if you give me
Yes,
anything.
I have some,
Oh
and
my
it
gosh.
needs to be used.
Okay. Well then, here we are. Pantry Party answer is that basically, are you going to go burger, meatball, or fritter style?
Well, what's the difference between a fritter and a burger? Put it that
Okay,
way.
so a burger is a bigger patty,
Oh.
and a fritter is a smaller patty, and a meatball is a round thing. They're all the same, but when you call it different things and you season it differently, all of a sudden you're like, things are different. And I'm not kidding. I stand by that.
Okay, I'm gonna go fritter. I like the word.
Like it. I like the word. I do think you can't go wrong with that either. So binders, I have, like I said, I've used either egg, which is good for you. I think that we do egg. And I've done like ground up oatmeal too, like to hold it together.
Ooh.
Or like how you said, quinoa too. I like it. You can't, and here's the thing, you can't do it wrong. It's not like you can do it wrong. And all you need to do is come up with the seasonings you want. And so like I really want to skew you chili lime because I have a taste for it.
Okay.
I really do. Like chili powder with lime, I feel like that would be so good. And whatever vegetables you have on hand.
Do you shop at Trader Joe's?
I wish there was a Trader Joe's closer. I don't.
Oh.
And the Trader Joe's that is by us, it's got a the craziest ramp to get up to the parking garage that it freaks me out, and I'm a horrible driver. So I literally can't go there unless someone is driving me there because I don't know how to drive up the ramp.
All right. Well, anyway, they have this bomba sauce.
Oh.
It's basically like a chili paste that is bomb. Bomba, literally bomb. I put it on everything. So last night I made shrimp with the bomba sauce, just sauteed in it, and like with this, and then dip crusty bread in it. So I'm thinking maybe we could put that in the chickpea fritter.
I love this. Okay, so we have a chickpea fritter with bomba sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to
So
be
tzatziki on the top to balance out the fire.
spice. Oh, I love that. And then whatever vegetables you have around. Are you thinking you're going to do cold vegetables, like more salad stuff, like the fritters on a salad? Or are you thinking it's going to be more like hot veggies?
Hot veggies.
I like that.
Because I keep running out of salad. You know, like I can't keep salad because
I know.
I'm only
I use it at the beginning of the week only. Do you have any green onions?
No, but I'll have to get some.
No. Let's think.
I have regular onion.
Oh, okay, fine. Because I'm trying to think of like if I had this. Oh, do you have avocado?
Yes.
Okay, so you would have, because you could have. I need something fresh. Like when I have a bunch of cooked stuff, I feel like I need to also finish it with something fresh. Like, so, we have some green onions around the house, but sometimes, like you said, like I'll put a fresh piece of avocado, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Have you heard that you can freeze an avocado?
No.
Okay, dude, this is the thing. I don't know. I have to try it. So but I'm going to preach it out right now.
Okay.
Freeze the entire avocado with the pit.
Really?
For up to 4 months.
What? Really?
And when you want to take it out of the freezer, you run it under warm water for 30 seconds and then put it on your counter for a while until it gets soft. And then supposedly you open it up and the thing is exactly perfect.
Okay. I'll try it, but
I want to try it. Can you believe that though? I
No.
think it's all in how it thaws. Like if you thaw it right under the water. I don't know. I only saw this on TikTok. So
okay. Oh. So
yeah,
okay.
So it might not be real. I don't know. Just saying, if people are like, where do you get your information? I read at least 2 hours of nutrition research every single day, and I also get information from TikTok. So
wow.
it's a blend. It's a blend. Do you feel like you have enough direction from the Pantry Party to get started on your bomba chickpea fritters with tzatziki?
I think I do. Do your guests then like make it and then give you guys the recipe? Does anybody out there want the recipe to this, or does it sound gross?
I feel like it sounds delicious. Who could steer away from a bomba chickpea fritter?
Right.
I mean, obviously,
I wouldn't imagine everybody has the bomba, so we would have to,
So if you don't have it, I would just use chili powder and like some sort of lime citrus if you have it.
Okay.
But what's the biggest lesson? Our biggest lesson is you've got canned beans in your house, blend them up, bind them with an egg, maybe some oat flour, and then you sear them, right, as like a little fritter. Done. Easy breezy. Put it with vegetables fresh if you had it. Put it with cooked vegetables, whatever. It's basically a little protein nugget of flavor.
Yes, exactly, because you're not probably going to getting fresh meat all the time if you eat it.
And just to be clear, you've got people saying, yes, exclamation, yes, exclamation, I want the recipe. So basically, yes. So now I gave you the idea, which is call the thing a fritter and good luck.
Yeah.
No,
and how do you
serious.
blend it? That's my biggest question.
Oh, I put it. Do you have a food processor?
I don't use it. I have
Okay,
a
fine. Then use that. Use that. And basically, I think it's probably better because it makes it more like rustic, so that you get it's like meaty and bitey. So I would do your potato masher or whatever with your beans. Stir in your egg, put a little bit of a binder like the oat flour in there, blah, 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 and then just sizzle them up.
Okay.
You can put vegetables in there, but if you're going to do vegetables on the side, I feel good about that.
I'm going to also use avocado oil to fry them.
I like avocado oil. For anybody watching, right, is like my go-to in a pan oil for sure. So, okay, so you're going to put it in olive oil. So give us, should we do a final thing? The target ingredient was garbanzo beans, chickpeas, right? Synonym. And then we're going to try and make fritters out of them. And all that means is mash up some beans with a potato masher, add an egg, maybe a little oat flour to bind them up and make them cute little fritters. The flavor in yours is going to be bomba sauce. It could be chili powder and lime. It could be really any seasoning you want. Pan fry them with avocado oil and then get your veg on. And that means cooked vegetables, any kind of vegetables you have. And then our aha moment is going to be drizzling that with tzatziki. People don't have tzatziki. It could be like a high quality avocado oil based ranch. It could be, you know, even like when I think about sauces, I'm like, ooh, I just love sometimes fresh citrus on things too.
Yeah.
Like, delicious.
Yeah.
I think that sounds good. I like it spicy. I like that it's going to be like a creamy topping. It's plant protein based and it seems craveable.
Sounds awesome to me. I'm excited to make it.
So, all right, if you make your fritters, then you have to post them, and I will repost them for everybody about how you made them.
Okay.
Beyond what we've even said.
Yeah, except I'm a terrible food photographer, so I'm not doing a fancy picture. It'll be for stories only.
For stories
someone's asking
only.
if you can use a Vitamix, and you can, but stuff gets, when you're making a thick mixture, it just gets stuck and it doesn't mix very well. I
find the same. No, I find the same. Burger texture for me is like it can't be too smoothie based, right? You need it to stick together, and it does get sort of stuck in those blender blades. So I don't mind an artisanal mash with a and you know, cooked beans out of a can that you rinse and drain are super easy to mash.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, all right. Any other questions that you saw? People do want your recipe. You know, I stimulate the idea, and then you know you do your best. Then you do your best. I think it's fun. What about the magic bullet? I feel the same. I'd rather do a food processor or a hand mash of burgers. Yeah, but I use like, you know, my NutriBullet and like blenders and stuff like that for, I mean, everything else that I want creamy but not like burger thick.
Yesterday I made muffins and I did the batter in my Vitamix because I don't have a, you know, one of those fancy mixers. Yes,
well, I agree. I just got an interesting question. Look at this. This is a smart question. The Asian style burger sounds fun. Would you be willing to post an adaptation after this explaining how? Here's what I think is a good idea. Doing a whole post about different ways to flavor bean burgers.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could come up with,
Countless.
I mean, there's countless ways. So this is, we're technically calling yours a fritter today, but they could be called burgers.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay, you feel good. Did Pantry Party help you?
I feel great because I don't want to go to the store too often.
Yep, fine. So you're going to make some fritters.
I used to go to the market, like between the fish market and the Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, like 3 times a week. And I'm not doing that anymore.
Love it. I know. We've clamped down and we go less than once a week now. So, you know, so you're right. You know, getting creative with what you have. That's what the Pantry Party show is all about. So
I love it.
prepare your fritters. But before you go, tell us where we can get everything that is all about you and get announcements on the new book coming.
Oh, awesome. JenniferCassetta.com. Super easy. My handle here is Jen Cassetta, 2 N's, 2 S's, 2 T's, like Dawn pointed out in the beginning if you missed it. But there's a sign in on my website where you can put your name and email, subscribe to my newsletter list, but you can also subscribe to a free confidence course that I have. It's a 5-day free, completely online confidence course, which would be an awesome time to do this during quarantine if you need to we all could work on our confidence a little bit, right? So there's like a daily email with a video that you get for 5 consecutive days, and you can take your time with it and practice all the exercises, and it's fun.
Well, I love that. Awesome. Okay, what's your website again?
JenniferCassetta.com.
Love you. You are a bestie. I respect you. I love you. I think the world of you. Thank you for being on the Pantry Party Show. And
thank you.
I also want to thank our sponsor today, which is Rocket Apple, and their handle is @RocketAppleUSA. And I'm doing a giveaway with them too, Jen, where it's like you could get a copy of the Flexitarian Diet and the shuttle of Rocket Apples. And that's all in my story. So thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Love you so much.
Everyone that's watching, thank you so much. And please stay safe and healthy.
Yes. That's a good departing message. Love you, babe.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that was another successful episode of the Pantry Party Show. Again, thank you so much to our sponsor, Rocket Apples, @RocketAppleUSA. Check out my stories. The giveaway ends today, 6 p.m. Central Time, for getting a whole shuttle of those Rocket Apples and a copy of my book, The Flexitarian Diet. And today we targeted a can of beans. It happened to be chickpeas, can of beans, and the lesson of make fritters. Lots of different ways to season fritters. I'm going to get a little notepad together, start creating a bunch of ideas, and I will post some ideas for flavoring them fritters. Okay, have good vibes, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 12 p.m. Central Time for the Pantry Party Show. Thanks for tuning in. Love you guys, sending high immunity vibes. Until next time, kisses.